Hi guys, today we are going to look at how to prepare a schedule for the internal finishes of a floor plan that we have been given and the specification using the specifications that we have been given. So welcome to my channel. My name is Christine. Kindly remember to watch this video up to the end so that we can prepare the schedules together. Now, our question requires us to prepare a schedule of the internal finishes for the works for the floor as shown in the plan using the specifications. As you can see in the plan, we have the plan. Here is our plan. We have also been given the dimensions. And then we have been told here is the dining. We have PVC tiles. We have the lounge, which also has the PVC tiles. We have bedroom 1, whereby we have a banquet floor tiles. The bathroom, it has the terrazzo. And then bedroom 2, we also have the banquet floor tiles. And then the kitchen, it also has the terrazzo. Now, let's look at the specifications. We have been given the specifications of the floor, the walls, and the ceiling. Under the floor, we have the banquet floor finishes to be size 125 by 125 by 8 millimeters in a basket wave pattern with 15 by 150 millimeters varnished male ox cutting. All finishes are to be laid on 25 millimeter thick cement sand screed. Terrazzo finish is 13 millimeters thick with 20 by 100 millimeters high skirting. PVC tiles to have 100 by 25 millimeters painted softwood. Now, this is what we need to know about the floors. Let's look at what we need to know about the walls, the specification. The kitchen and the bathroom to have 6 millimeters thick ceramic tiles, size 200 by 300 millimeters to a height of 1.5 meters from the floor below, above which is 12 millimeters thick plastered and 3 coats of emulsion paint to be applied. All other rooms to have textured decorative finish to plastered surfaces. Varnish movable picture rails with 2 levers to be applied in lounge and the dining. And then we have the ceiling, 6 millimeters Potaram acoustic ceiling to all bedrooms and 25 by 75 millimeters wrought cypress covet molded, corniced and painted. Varnish T and G cedar boards on 50 and 50 by 50 millimeters cypress branding to be used in the dining and the lounge. 75 by 75 millimeters movable covered cornice to be provided. Now, this is what we need for that plan. Now, we go back to our plan and start with the dining. Let's start with the lounge. Under the lounge, we have the PVC tiles. And what does the lounge say? The lounge, we've seen it's PVC tiles. As you can see, it's PVC tiles. So the PVC tiles, they are to have 100 by 25 millimeters painted softwood. So that is the PVC tile. But remember, all finishes are to be laid on 25 millimeters thick cement sand screed. So for the floor under the lounge, we are going to start with the lounge. For the floor under the lounge, we have PVC tile laid on 25 millimeters thick cement sand screed. Remember, it's the PVC tiles that we are having on the floor, but they are to be laid on 25 millimeters thick cement sand screed. That is for the lounge. Under the lounge, let's go to the walls. What does it say about the walls? We are told the kitchen and the bathroom to have 6 millimeters thick white ceramic tiles, and then above the floor level, above which 12 millimeters thick plastered with 3 coats of emulsion paint to be applied. All other rooms to have a textured decorative finish to plastered surfaces, meaning except the kitchen and the bathroom, all the other rooms to have textured decorative finish to the plastered surfaces. And what is our plaster surface? 12 millimeters thick, plastered with 3 coats of emulsion paint to be applied. So that is to all other rooms except the kitchen and the bathroom. So our lounge will have a textured decorative on the 12 millimeters thick cement sand screed. Now let's go to the ceiling. On the ceiling, we have the acoustic ceiling to all bedrooms and 25 by 75 millimeters wrought cypress painted. That is now to all bedrooms. But if then that is not the bedroom, what happens? Varnish T and G cedar boards on 50 by 50 millimeters cypress branding to be used in the dining and the lounge, and 75 by 75 millimeters movable covered cornice to be provided. So our ceiling for the lounge will be the varnish T and G cedar boards. So that is what we prepare on our table. So we have the ceiling here. We have the varnish T and G cedar boards on 50 by 50 millimeter cypress branding. Now let's look at skirting. What do we have for skirting? Skirting was given under the floor. So the PVC tiles to have 100 by 25 millimeters painted soft wood. So that is what we have for the skirting, 25 by 100 millimeter softwood with 3 coats gloss paint. And then for the cornice, we are told the varnish T and G cedar boards on 50 by 50 millimeter cypress branding to be used in the dining and the lounge, and 75 by 75 millimeters movable covered cornice to be provided. So our cornice is 75 by 75 millimeters movable. So that is what we indicate here, 75 by 75 millimeters movable covered cornice varnish. So that is for the lounge. Let's go to the dining. As you can see, the lounge and the dining, they have the same PVC tiles. So for the floor, the only exception that we had was where we add the banquet floor, and then we add the terrazzo finish. But for all the others, that is the PVC, they are just going to be PVC and then to be laid on 25 millimeter thick cement sand screed. Now, our lounge has the same floor as the dining. So what do we say with ditto? Meaning ditto, but as explained above here. So this one, they share the same description as the floor. Let's look at the walls. The walls, we are told it's the kitchen and the bathroom that are to have the ceramic tiles. All other rooms to have textured decorative finish to the plastered surfaces. But we are told the varnish movable picture rail with 2 levers to be applied in the lounge and the dining. As you can see, the lounge and the dining, they are sharing also the same specifications for the wall. So we just say ditto. That is ditto to textured decorative on 12 millimeters thick cement sand screed. So we ditto to that. Now let's look at the ceiling. We are told varnish T and G cedar boards on 50 by 50 millimeter cypress branding to be used in the dining and the lounge. Meaning the lounge and the dining, they are having the same specification. So whatever we had for the lounge, this one here, we just ditto because they are the same. What about the skirting? The skirting, PVC tiles to have 100 by 25 millimeters painted softwood, of which we have here the PVC on the lounge and on the dining. So they are still sharing the same skirting, therefore we say ditto. And then we have the cornice. What do we have there? The dining and here we are told the dining and the lounge. So the dining and the lounge, they have 75 by 75 millimeters wool covered, so they are still sharing the same corners. So we say ditto. Good. Now let's go to bedroom 1. Let's go to bedroom 1. Bedroom 1, we have the banquet floor tiles, and bedroom 2, we have the banquet floor tiles. So we are going to see if bedroom 1 and bedroom 2, they share the same specification, so that after we've prepared a schedule for bedroom 1, if the specifications are the same, then now we can just do the ditto. Okay, let's start with the floor. Banquet floor finishes to have size 125 by 125 by 8 millimeters in the basket weave pattern. So the floor is the banquet floor. Our bedroom is to have 125 by 125 by 8 millimeters banquet on the 25 millimeter cement sand screen. Remember, we said all finishes they are to be laid on the cement sand screen. And then what about the wall? The wall, the only difference that we have for the wall is the kitchen and the bathroom, which is to have ceramic tiles up to a height of 1.5 from the floor level, and then above, which is 112 millimeters thick plastered, 3 coats of emulsion paint to be applied. So meaning we are told all the other rooms to have a textured decorative finish to the plastered surface. So under the walls, what we had for the lounge is the same as the specification for dining, is the same as specification for bedroom 1. So we say ditto. Okay, let's move to the ceiling. What do we have for the bedrooms? We are told 6 millimeters thick Potaram acoustic ceiling to all bedrooms. So we are having the 6 millimeters thick acoustic ceiling to all bedrooms. So that is what we have for our bedroom, 6 millimeters thick acoustic to our bedroom. And then the skirting, we are having a banquet floor finish to size 125 by 125 by 8 millimeters in a basket weave pattern with 15 by 150 millimeters varnished Meru oak skirting. So our skirting in where we have the banquet floor is the 15 by 150 millimeters varnished Meru oak skirting. So that is what we have on our skirting here. And then let's go to the cornice. What do we have for the bedroom? We have, for the bedroom, we have 6 millimeters thick acoustic ceiling to all bedrooms and 25 by 75 millimeters wrought cypress, covert, molded cornice, and painted. So our cornice is 25 by 75 millimeters wrought cypress, covert, molded cornice, and painted. So that is what we have for our cornice, 25 by 75 millimeters wrought cypress covert with 3 coats, and they are painted. Now let's go to bedroom 2. As you can see, bedroom 1, it has the same specification as bedroom 2 because they both have the banquet floor, and then they're having the banquet floor, then the skirting is the same, that is 15 by 150, and then the walls, they're also the same because they are all the rooms, and then the ceiling, it is for all bedrooms. That means it's bedroom 1 and bedroom 2, both for the ceiling and the corners. So whatever we have here for bedroom 1, we ditto it for bedroom 2, under the floor, under the wall, under the ceiling, under the skirting, and under the corners, because the specifications are the same. Let's move to the kitchen. The kitchen, from the plan, the kitchen and the bathroom, they have the same floor, that is the terrazzo. So let's start by the kitchen. What are we told about terrazzo under the floor? Terrazzo finish is 13 millimeters thick with 20 by 100 millimeters high skirting. So our finish is 13mm thick, 13mm thick terrazzo paving on 25mm cement sand screen. Remember, this is for all the floors. Yeah, let's go to the wall. The kitchen and the bathroom. Now, just note here that the kitchen and the bathroom, they have the same specification for the wall. So when we get to the bathroom, we shall just ditto what we have in the kitchen. So they had to have 6mm thick ceramic tiles, and that is size 200 by 300mm to a height of 1.5 from the floor level, above which 12mm thick plastered with 3 coats of emulsion paints to be applied. So our kitchen walls, we have 200 by 300mm, 6mm ceramic tiles on 12mm thick plastered and 3 coats of emulsion paints applied. So that is for the walls. For the ceiling, we've not been given the specification for the we are just given the specification of the bedroom, and then we have the specification of the dining and the lounge. So we've not been given the specification of the kitchen and the bathroom, so we ignore that one. And then let's go to the skirting. What do we have for the terrazzo? The terrazzo finish is 12mm thick with 20 by 100mm high skirting. So our skirting is 20 by 100mm high. So that is what we have as our skirting. That is 20 by 100mm thick terrazzo paving. Let's go to the corners. Again, if we are not having the specification for the ceiling, for the kitchen and the bathroom, then also for the corners is not provided, so we ignore that one. Let's go to the bathroom. We say the bathroom and the kitchen, they share the same specifications. That is, we have the kitchen, we have terrazzo, and then here we also have the terrazzo tiles. So the floor, they are terrazzo, they are going to be the same as the kitchen for the bathroom. And then the walls, it's also the same because it's the kitchen and the bathroom. And then for the ceiling, we have not been given the specifications. So we start by the floor. By the floor, we ditto, and also the walls we ditto. For the ceiling, we've not been given the specification. And then when we go to the skirting, because the floor is the same, meaning the skirting is also going to be the same, therefore we ditto. Now that is how you prepare your schedule. You be keen on the specifications that you've been given, and you study the plan very well. As I told you earlier, estimating is very easy. And again, on our next tutorial, we are going to prepare. Now we are going to take off these finishes, taking off of the internal finishes of this floor plan. So we are going to use the same floor plan. So don't remember to subscribe so that you can be able to get a pop-up on the new videos. Thank you very much for your time.